big goofball. They were all over in the prison.
I opened the original Toque in 1979 on Sunset Strip. And I moved to Napa in 1998 because this is where I wanted to live. And opened another Le Toque in Rutherford. And I kept Le Toque in Rutherford for 10 years. And I moved here to the newest one in Napa in 2008. We opened here in September 2008. And this is the nicest kitchen I've ever had.
What places were you looking at the time to locate from LA before you chose Napa, and why Napa?
Well, I ultimately moved to Napa because it's where I wanted to live. And I could have gone to Las Vegas and New York, and there's great money there, but I would have had to live there. I didn't want to live there. I thought long and hard about Vancouver, Canada, which is a great city, and Geneva, Switzerland, which is one of my favorite places anywhere. But Napa had wine. Napa is a beautiful place to live, and Napa's full of customers that I like, so it's a good place to put a restaurant. Because wherever I ended up, it had to be somewhere that I could do the kind of restaurant that I like to do. And Napa was the perfect fit.
And what kind of restaurant is? I know you're often referred to as a king of truffles, but what would you say your style is?
I'm a French chef in a California body, you know. I lived in France as a teenager. I speak fluent French. I can go to France and travel around and they think I'm French, but I'm very Californian at heart. And you know, the advantage of Northern California is we have access to great products. We have great purveyors, whether it's duck, whether it's lamb, whether it's chickens, whether it's vegetables, whether it's fruit, to say nothing of all the great wine that we have within, you know, an hour and a half of here. All the way out to Sonoma Coast, up and down Napa Valley. I mean, this is a wine lover's, food lover's paradise. I like anything with a throttle. I used to fly. I don't have a current pilot's license anymore.
Really?
We have an old Chris Craft that we restored. It's my father-in-law's old Chris Craft cruiser. It's a 1957. It's all teak and mahogany. We restored that and keep that on the Napa River. It has twin engines. Sounds like 12 Harleys. Anything.
So anyone who has a Harley, eat this, right? It's like you got something that actually...
I know it's not green, but anything with a throttle on it floats my boat. I like engines, and I do like to drive fast.
We dug a little with someone that you may know, and she tells us that you also hung around with a lot of rock and rollers in your past. Who did you get into the most trouble with?
I've never gotten in any trouble with anybody. Le Toque on Sunset was always, Thursday night was always musician night. You know, LA is full of great musicians, and some of them still come up and eat here. And one of the things that I did in LA that I still do to this day is I never divulge their names. It's always been, and I mean some really big people. But I can tell you that just a few months ago when B.B. King played the Uptown here, I got to make dinner for him. And that was a treat.
We're going to do the Stark Threes. First one up, what's your favorite food dish that you just love to eat? Not make, eat.
Eat. Toro.
Toro. Fatty?
Really good toro.
Melt like butter.
Just plain one of the best possible things you can eat.
I would have to agree with that one. Second is, what do you love to drink?
Burgundy.
Burgundy?
Red.
Any specific year?
Any good year, and there are many. And I like mature Burgundy, I like young Burgundy, but I love red Burgundy.
Red Burgundy. And finally, what's your favorite gadget?
My favorite gadget? Probably my BlackBerry.
BlackBerry. What do you do on it?
Email all day long.
Cook with one hand, email with the other.
But you know, it keeps me out of the office. It's my office in my pocket, and it allows me to not have to stay in an office.
Well, thank you so much, Ken.
You're very welcome. Good to have you here.
Darn it. Okay, do I sync it?
Yep.
Okay, sync!
No, hang on a second. That's fine. Chef Ken Frank.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
action.
Oh.